Another Republican National Convention is officially in the books today, and former President Donald Trump has accepted his party's nomination.
But some say this speech didn't quite hold up to his promises to deliver a message of unity. Fox 31 political reporter Gabrielle Franklin speaking with our analysts about how the message could be received by voters. Gabrielle.
Friends, delegates, and fellow citizens, I stand before you this evening with a message of confidence, strength, and hope.
Former President Donald Trump delivered his speech to close out the RNC, starting by reliving the scary moments following an assassination attempt that injured his ear and took the life of a rallygoer.
The discord and division in our society must be healed.
But the talks of unity didn't last long. Before the 93-minute speech ended, Trump mentioned political rivals like former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and President Joe Biden by name after promising to keep Biden out of his speech. He also went down a path analysts say may deter voters looking for a candidate to back.
The greatest invasion in history is taking place right here in our country. They are coming in from every corner of the earth, not just from South America, but from Africa, Asia, the Middle East. They're coming from everywhere. They're coming at levels that we've never seen before. It is an invasion indeed, and this administration does absolutely nothing to stop them.
The stark contrast in tones getting mixed reviews. Fox 31 political analyst Andy Boyan saying the former president may have done Democrats a favor and turned off voters in the middle.
Last night was vitriolic, and it smacked of the exact opposite of what he said he'd do. And it also, I think, angered some people. And I think people are genuinely concerned about how this is already, days after this shooting, already ratcheted this back up.
While Fox 31 political analyst Michael Fields says he doesn't think Trump lost any support.
I think you're never going to take Trump out of Trump, right? That's just kind of how his speeches go sometimes. I do think immigration is a very important issue. I think how you portray it is going to appeal to some people versus the other. Are you playing to your base? Are you playing to the rest of the country at the time?
And both of our analysts agree that Republicans should be trying to capitalize while Democrats look to restructure, but time will tell if they're successfully able to do that. Reporting in Denver, Gabrielle Franklin, Fox 31.